Beast just admitted he's terrified of AI taking over YouTube and called it scary times for creators. The world's biggest YouTuber revealed that artificial intelligence is becoming so sophisticated that it could replace human content creators entirely. But here's what he didn't say. This fear is actually triggering a massive anxiety epidemic among influencers who've built their entire identity around being irreplaceable. MrBeast's empire lost $110 million in 2024 alone. And now he's facing lawsuits for alleged sexual harassment and unsafe conditions on his reality show. The psychological pressure of maintaining his brand while watching AI threaten his livelihood is creating the perfect storm for a mental breakdown. What's really scary isn't just AI replacing creators. It's how the constant pressure to stay relevant is literally destroying the mental health of the people we watch for entertainment every single day.
Ariana Grande just revealed that filming Wicked was a tremendous undertaking mentally, physically, and emotionally, but fans are terrified she's dropped to just 87 pounds. Insiders claim her arms look skeletal. She's experiencing severe health fears while promoting the biggest movie of her career. The pop star recently made a desperate plea for body neutrality after a slew of weight comments, but here's the disturbing truth. The entertainment industry's beauty standards are literally killing young women. Grande attributed a recent rude encounter with Elvira to an anxiety attack she was experiencing at the time, revealing how mental health struggles are affecting her ability to function in public. The pressure to transform into Glenda while maintaining her pop career has created a psychological prison where she can't eat, can't relax, and can't escape public scrutiny. This isn't just about one celebrity's weight. It's proof that Hollywood's perfectionism is a form of systematic psychological torture.
Taylor Swift just got caught using sloppy AI in her new album promotion, and fans are absolutely furious about the hypocrisy. The billionaire pop star has been accused of using AI-generated visuals for her life of a showgirl treasure hunt, leading to widespread criticism online. But here's the psychological twist that nobody's talking about. Swift's perfectionist control issues are so severe that she can't handle not being involved in every creative decision. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's new AI tool, Grok Imagine, has been generating unsolicited deepfake nudes of Swift within days of its debut, creating a terrifying new form of digital sexual assault. The irony is devastating. Swift uses AI when it benefits her brand, but becomes a victim when others use it against her. This controversy reveals how celebrities are trapped in a psychological catch-22 where they must embrace the technology that's simultaneously destroying their privacy and authenticity. The real story isn't about AI. It's about how fame creates paranoia so intense that stars will compromise their own values to maintain control.
Selena Gomez is using World Mental Health Day to promote her Rare Beauty campaign. But the psychological manipulation behind celebrity mental health advocacy is more disturbing than you think. Sephora is donating 100% of Rare Beauty fragrance sales to Gomez's mental health fund, turning suicide prevention into a marketing strategy. The pop star has raised over $20 million for mental health while simultaneously profiting from the same industry pressures that destroyed her own psychological well-being. Here's the twisted reality. Gomez built a billion-dollar empire by monetizing her lupus, anxiety, and bipolar disorder, creating a business model where personal trauma becomes brand content. The psychological impact on fans is devastating because they're being sold mental health solutions by someone whose career depends on staying mentally unwell enough to remain relatable. This isn't advocacy, it's trauma capitalism, where celebrities profit from both causing and supposedly solving the mental health crisis they helped create through impossible beauty standards and parasocial relationships.
Lando Norris is being called out of his comfort zone as McLaren's title tension grows, and F1 mental health coaches are warning he might make dangerous mistakes under pressure. The British driver has been open about his mental health struggles, but now experts say the psychological pressure of fighting for his first championship could literally kill him on track. Formula One has a dark history of drivers cracking under pressure and making fatal errors when their mental state deteriorates during title fights. Riccardo Ceccarelli, who works as both a mental and medical coach in F1, revealed that Norris is working with mental health professionals to completely change his approach to handling championship pressure. The sports culture of toxic masculinity means drivers can't show weakness, creating a psychological prison where admitting anxiety is seen as career suicide. What's really terrifying is how F1 fans are using Norris's mental health advocacy against him in the title fight, proving that even when athletes try to normalize therapy, society punishes them for being vulnerable.
Sabrina Carpenter is being accused of making light of PTSD in her song lyrics, and mental health charities are furious she's trivializing a serious condition. The pop star's casual use of trauma terminology in her music reveals how Gen Z artists are weaponizing mental health language for aesthetic purposes without understanding the psychological damage they're causing. But here's the viral moment everyone's talking about. Carpenter playfully arrested Stranger Things star Joe Keery at Austin City Limits, and fans are shipping them hard after their flirty interaction. The psychological phenomenon of parasocial shipping is creating unrealistic relationship expectations that are destroying young people's ability to form real connections. Carpenter's PTSD controversy combined with her viral romantic moment reveals how pop culture simultaneously trivializes mental illness while creating fantasy relationships that damage fans' psychological development. The real issue isn't one problematic lyric. It's how celebrity culture teaches young people that trauma is trendy and love is performance, creating a generation that can't distinguish between authentic emotion and manufactured content.
Olivia Rodrigo had an emotional breakdown during her Guts World Tour performance of The Grudge, and the psychology behind sad girl pop is literally rewiring teenagers' brains for depression. The Grammy winner's heartfelt performance in Toronto had fans tearing up as she vividly detailed the devastation of trying to move on from an ex. Music psychologists are now warning that artists like Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, and Gracie Abrams are creating a generation addicted to emotional pain through their devastatingly relatable lyrics. The sad girl pop phenomenon isn't just entertainment, it's psychological conditioning that teaches young people to romanticize depression, anxiety, and heartbreak as artistic inspiration. Rodrigo's breakdown on stage reveals how performing trauma night after night is re-traumatizing both the artist and her audience, creating a feedback loop of shared psychological damage. The most disturbing part is how fans celebrate these emotional breakdowns as authentic moments, not recognizing that they're watching someone's mental health deteriorate in real time for their entertainment.
Gisele Bündchen's face was used in a massive deepfake scam that made millions through fake Instagram promotions. And the psychological warfare of AI identity theft is more terrifying than anyone realizes. Brazilian authorities uncovered a criminal ring using Tom Brady's ex-wife and other celebrities' likenesses in fraudulent online ads, stealing not just money but psychological identity itself. The deepfake technology has become so sophisticated that victims don't even know their faces are being used to manipulate vulnerable people into financial scams. Here's the disturbing psychological impact. When your face can be stolen and used to deceive others, it creates a form of identity dissociation where you can't trust your own image. Bündchen's deepfake scandal reveals how AI is creating a new form of psychological terrorism, where anyone's face can become a weapon against innocent people. The real horror isn't the financial fraud. It's how deepfakes are destroying our ability to trust visual evidence, creating a society where reality itself becomes a mental health crisis.
K-pop fans are admitting that being obsessed with their favorite groups is either aggravating or giving them mental disorders. And the psychology behind stan culture is genuinely destroying young minds. Fans report getting really down when they see hate directed at their ultimate bias groups, revealing how parasocial relationships are creating real psychological dependency on strangers. The constant cycle of comeback promotions, fan wars, and social media drama is triggering anxiety, depression, and obsessive compulsive behaviors in millions of teenagers worldwide. Here's what's really disturbing. The K-pop industry deliberately engineers psychological addiction through carefully crafted parasocial relationships that make fans feel personally responsible for their idol's success. The mental health impact is devastating because fans experience genuine grief, rage, and euphoria based on the manufactured emotions of people they'll never meet. This isn't just fandom. It's a form of psychological manipulation that's creating a generation of young people who can't distinguish between real relationships and carefully marketed emotional products designed to extract money and devotion.
Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo reviewed their Wicked contracts together before signing to make sure they fully supported each other. But the psychological codependency this created is more disturbing than their friendship goals suggest. The two actresses developed such an intense bond during filming that they can't function separately, creating a trauma bond disguised as professional collaboration. Grande revealed that making Wicked was tremendously challenging mentally, physically, and emotionally. But what she didn't say is how method acting for months can cause complete psychological breaks from reality. The process of becoming Glinda while dealing with her divorce, weight loss, and public scrutiny created multiple personality fractures that she's still trying to heal. Erivo and Grande's contract review process reveals how Hollywood creates artificial intimacy between co-stars to generate authentic chemistry. But this manufactured closeness often leads to psychological enmeshment that destroys both actors' sense of individual identity. The real story isn't about friendship, it's about how the entertainment industry deliberately creates trauma bonds between performers to extract more authentic emotional performances, regardless of the psychological damage it causes.